Welcome to Anguilla. For the next 2 weeks, we're going to be on this amazing island. But on today's episode of The American Dream, we're showcasing where the whole show started, America's finest city of San Diego. And we're going around with Seth. You've seen him on the show before, top realtor. He's going to showcase one of the coolest projects you've ever seen, from commercial to residential to luxury, the park. This is one of the best projects you've ever seen in Southern California. Got a great show for you. Let's start the American Dream right now.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about this show? It's totally unscripted.
On our national show, The American Dream, we love celebrating the stories of cool real estate. We do shows in Miami, New York City, Chicago, all across the country. When we talk about this unique niche, high-rise luxury, he's the man right here, Seth, joining us in Anguilla. So talk to me about that unique real estate.
Yeah, so high-rise living has been huge, all across the country for almost a century. And what high-rise living really understands is when you want to live in an urban center and you've got to put a lot of people there, you got to go vertical.
Yep.
But San Diego being late to the high-rise game, it gave developers like Zephyr the opportunity to do it in a way that people live now. And that means large balconies, big outdoor space, large closets. These are homes that are in the middle of the sky, but they feel like a mansion in the middle of Rancho Santa Fe or Costa de Casa. And so I think that's what's so exciting about this building and why I'm excited to show it.
All right, man, well, let's go give it a look.
One of the things that in my previous career that I brought to the San Diego market, it's one of my proudest moments, was I actually brought the indoor-outdoor living piece to the San Diego market. We're in Hawaii, and I'm seeing these huge sliding glass doors that completely pocket into things, and it's indoor and outdoor living. And I came back and I said, why aren't people doing that in housing? In San Diego, we got better climate that they do in Hawaii.
Buyers, they all want the same thing. They want walkability, they want interior and exterior architecture that matches the quality of their lifestyle, and they want privacy and exclusivity even within their building. And so what differentiates our building from many other luxury buildings in the marketplace is we really are trying to attract a single buyer profile. We wanted to create a building that, the buyer profile is fairly homogeneous and shares common goals. And because they share common goals, we're able to create a lifestyle for them there that they appreciate and recognize and find value in. Unobstructed views, and it'll never change. It will never be developed. You feel like you're living in the trees at Balboa Park, which is really a cool feeling.
Not a bad house here at the Four Seasons in Anguilla, huh?
Yes.
Awesome renderings. What a cool project. What's it like in person?
Yeah, the park is amazing. I mean, if you think the renderings are impressive, you're about to see what this property looks like inside. And the materials they're peerless. You know, there's so many great high-rises in San Diego that I think all of us downtown real estate brokers are really proud of. But this project is really one of a kind. The geometric patterns, the choice of stone, the choice of wood, the full vanishing edge doors that open up overlooking downtown San Diego and the bay and Balboa Park. You know, the renderings were not lying.
Something you just got to go see.
Exactly.
All right, let's go check it out.
My experience walking into the park for the first time was almost like looking into the future.
Words fall out of my mouth, they drift to the ground and they don't make a sound.
San Diego has always been a celebrated town for the vacation lifestyle, for the relaxed lifestyle. What the park does is it allows San Diego to establish its own brand of sophistication. And the park has been constructed as a building to meld those two lifestyles. And I think it's the first time that an architect and a developer tried that and actually really succeeded. You're gonna see instantly that same level of quality that you have in your Manhattan home, in your San Francisco home, in your home in London. So what you have that is so incredible is a property that is going to be at the same caliber of any international property. So you can feel just as proud of the inside of the home and the exterior of the property of the park as you are any of your other properties that own all over the world. Bankers Hill has smaller buildings, which give you more access to views of the ocean, more views of the palm trees, the eucalyptus trees that line Balboa Park, and the views of the sky itself. And so there's a sense of being both urban and suburban all at the same time, and that's really what makes Bankers Hill such a special space.
The American Dream is a national show, but we give you local market expertise. Now you're going to hear from a top producing realtor in your market about what's going on in your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
I'm a realtor here in Temecula, California, and I love this little town because it's got a lot of history behind it, and we are about to walk into one of my favorite buildings and restaurants called The Bank, and we were going to meet with the owner, and he's going to tell us some stories and some history about the building.
Hey Jen, how are you?
I'm good, Craig. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good.
What brings you to Old Town?
You know what? I want to talk a little bit about the iconic building that you have your restaurant in and the establishment, and tell us a little bit of the history.
I love talking about it. You know, the bank is one of the historic buildings here in Old Town. It was built in 1914, and it was the original First National Bank of Temecula. It was a bank until about 1945, and one of the iconic things about the bank is that it's the site of the very first bank robbery in Riverside County. A man came into the bank, robbed the bank, they chased him down, they caught him, and he went to jail. And you know, the story is much longer than that, but I got to tell you, it's one to look up because it's a fantastic story about the first bank robbery in Riverside County, so it's pretty cool. So this is the main lobby of the bank, and what we would have seen here 70 years ago is a teller window along here, a bank manager's office back there, and of course the vault, which still originally, the original vault is there today. Let's take a quick walk through, or I'll show you.
That would be awesome.
The vault. Now, as you can see, it's not like doors of today. It's very thin doors here, but they are double doors. These shut, and the main door shuts. And back then, they always had 2 doors so that someone couldn't lock someone inside the vault. There was always an escape route, so no one person could lock you in. You'd need 2 people to do it. And then if we can walk through, it's been made to look like the inside of a vault. So it's a pretty cool little area here. And there's a lot of things going on in this room. And you just have to come down and get the full tour on that because there's a lot of stuff happening. And these are the other doors that come here. And so again, you would have 2 different doors so that no one could ever get locked inside. So these are the outside doors, inside doors being here, and the walls are 18 inches of concrete reinforced with steel. Moser Safe Company, which has been around since before 1914. I actually see the name quite a bit, so watch for it because you'll see it in a lot of different safes, even in the last 20, 30 years. Now what I want to do next is really show you the outside patio bar, which is the next area of our place that obviously not part of the bank, but it is our bar, part of the restaurant. And we'd like to show you that now. So
that would be great. Let's go. I love the history of the building, and I love how old it is and everything, but can you tell me a little bit more about the restaurant and the bar?
So you've seen the inside, and we've got a great restaurant atmosphere. We have a completely different atmosphere outside.
Okay.
We have people that have come outside that have never been inside, and people inside never come outside, and then we get ones that do both. But this is our outside patio bar.
Okay.
The bar itself opened up in 2008, whereas we took over the restaurant in 2007. And it is not historic, but it is probably one of the most fun places in town. It is very Mexico-like. That's what we were looking for when we created this patio. But if you want to see something really cool,
yes,
you got to see something new that we've done upstairs.
Awesome, let's go look.
It's amazing. Take a look. So we're now on the north side of the building on Front Street, and this was the original access to the offices above the bank. Now those offices, pretty sure it was the boardroom for the bank. So what we've done is we've created a room that is membership only called the boardroom above the bank. And it is the big secret spot in town that not a lot of people know about, but the people that know about it absolutely love it. So come on and check this out. So this is the boardroom private membership lounge.
Wow, what a great place. This even has come with a bar?
Has full bar, couches. Our idea with this room was to have it be like your living room, but it's membership only. So the members get a lot of different benefits of being members. One being they're out here on a Friday night and they know they want to go somewhere special where the bartender knows who they are. They're with a party of 10. They can't get anywhere in town. They call up our bartender and they say, Rana, we're coming up. We got 10 people. We'll be there at 9 o'clock. Well, we're going to stay open and make sure that they're here. Even if nothing's going on here, we'll be there for that party. So you got the main area, and then as well you have a card room and private dining area. We serve all of our foods up here except for fajitas. It can get a little smoky. So this, you can see, is a real cool place to hang out. It's a little bit different than anything else you can come across in Temecula or I think anywhere else.
Yeah, no, I think it's an awesome place, and thank you for showing us. And out of the hustle and bustle of Temecula, I would definitely bring clients up here and sign some documents and have a few cocktails while we're at it.
Sounds great.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I look forward to you being a member.
Thank you.
All right.
So when you're in Anguilla, you might as well drive around in a Four Seasons golf cart, right? Yeah. All right. So awesome video, awesome project. Tell us about what really goes into these things, because obviously you're the mastermind behind it.
Yeah, it's all about teamwork. No big project of this caliber can happen without a lot of good people, and it starts, of course it starts with our team, right? We've got a great team, Mia Tidwell, Kiki Jones, Alina Mendoza, all the great people on our team. But we also enlisted, a Hollywood director, Frank Kiva, who's obviously a really good friend of the show as well, and his creative vision was a big part of this. We used a company called Hollywood Special Ops who rented us some of the most exclusive cameras in the world.
Well, no matter where you are in the country watching the show, everybody loves just a cool story of luxury real estate. So let's just go check out the next clip.
Love it.
Here we go.
The secret behind the O'Byrne team is that team mentality.
You know, we've assembled a masterclass team for this project.
We have such great technical partners. We've partnered up with Hollywood Special Ops out of Los Angeles, and we have some very special cameras on deck. Stuff that a lot of productions would literally kill to have.
So in the spirit of doing the avant-garde shoot that we chose for this particular video, it was really important for all of us to come together and have the right dancer and the right choreographer to really tell the story of the park.
When the dust settles, you will see that when people are looking to take on a project of this caliber, the O'Byrne team really is the only choice.
I know those weren't shot on an iPhone. So talk about the cameras and the technology that goes into this thing.
Yeah, so, you know, when we worked with Hollywood Special Ops, we rented a Phantom Flex 4K, and that camera shoots at 2,000 frames per second. That literally means that you can count the number of confetti particles in the air. We slow it down to such an incredible speed, and part of why we did that is we wanted to give a dreamlike quality to this shoot, and that's very intentional, right? When you shoot a project like this, you want to make it feel like a dream because it's something that you aspire to, and that's why the equipment was so important, so expensive, but so important.
So important, and look, you're telling a story about the project, and these days when you're selling real estate, it's not just about an open house sign in the yard. There's online, digital, social, so you're creating that allure that's attracting people, and I'm sure international buyers as well.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, man. Well, let's go check out the next clip.
When we look back historically, we will say that the park was one of the most groundbreaking projects in San Diego. They really wanted us to create an immersive experience in this video.
When you're shooting at 2,400 frames per second, you can literally slow that piece down to where you can count the pieces of confetti falling in the air. We have employed all these different tactics to really create a special atmosphere and a special depth to each shot. We want people to be able to experience the shot.
When all the dust settles and you look back, I think it's going to be very clear that this building is on top of the rest of the real estate industry.
There's a lot of people out there who are going to see this and say, wow, I need to step up my game. And I think that's exactly what we want.
All right, Seth, tell us about the girl. I mean, clearly she is talent. She's worked with all these big names, and now she's working with you on a real estate project.
Yeah.
Explain how important that was.
Yeah, you know, it was exciting. And you know, we did it for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons we did it is because so few people go to that level. You know, she's on the show Transparent. She's worked on Amazon shows. She's worked with Netflix. She's worked with Solange Knowles brands. And so what we noticed with her and what Frank Kivo loved, our director, was that she had a really interesting type of body movement. She danced, she was modern and contemporary, but she was very classic at the same time. And you know, this building is modern and contemporary and classic and all those things. And so we wanted to choose a dancer whose movements were really emblematic of the building. And I think we really accomplished that.
All right, man, we're here. We're at the Four Seasons. You want to go in?
Let's do it.
Let's park the cart. Check out this next clip. Oh, we're there at the end.
You were perfect.
We're working with Charissa Kroeger, who in the dance world is incredibly well known.
When I met Charissa a couple of years ago, I had no idea of the profound impact she's had on the dance community. I slowly became acquainted with her and realized very quickly that she danced for people like Lorde.
You can see her work on Netflix and Amazon. She worked for Ford Motors. She was on The Ellen Show.
I said, wow, she has next level talent. I want to work with her.
There's so many people that bring her into their pieces because her movement is really peerless.
When the park and the O'Byrne team said, hey, we want to do a dance piece, I knew right then who I was going to use.
Drinks are here.
Thank goodness.
Perfect time to talk about the trampoline that was. Thank you. Tell us about the trampoline.
Trampoline was important. You know, when we got the listing of the penthouse, which is a 2-story penthouse, 30-foot ceilings, no one thought that we could pull off a trampoline as part of the property video. And when we assembled it, no one thought the builder would be okay with it. No one thought that it would be safe enough. Everyone thought someone was going to get hurt. But what ended up happening was it was the best part of the entire marketing campaign. And we were able to suspend our dancer in air, and at the same time that we're showing off the height and the ceiling and the volume, we're showing off the feel of being so high above everything in this high-rise.
Well, when you're marketing real estate and you're talking about high-rise living, don't people think, oh, there's not enough space? So what you did is you've created this very artistic way of showing space in a luxury high-rise.
Yes.
Awesome. Let's have these drinks. Check out the next clip. Cool?
One of the things that we really wanted to do was give that feeling of you're so high above everything else. The penthouse is a 2-story penthouse with 30-foot ceilings, and by bouncing our dancer on a trampoline and actually having her suspended in the air, we're able to really create this feeling of floating and being above everything else.
We're going to be going up on the catwalk. We'll be on the staircase. We're going to be on the patio. We're going to actually get on the trampoline with the dancer. I don't know what to expect. I hope that it comes out. I hope nobody gets hurt. But I've never been on a trampoline with somebody trying to film them before.
Although it's scary, I think after this, I'm gonna grab Seth. I'm gonna double bounce him on that. We're gonna wrap this thing.
So some fun talk about marketing, but let's talk a little bit about the market. The American Dream, a national show all across the country where we bring you award-winning realtors to give you expert advice on what's happening in your city. Next update coming at you now.
Hi, I'm Jill Hardy with Hardy Realtors, and I'm in the beautiful Temecula wine country at one of the newest wineries and one of my new favorites, Akash Winery. Hi, Akash.
Hey, Jill. Welcome back to Akash Winery.
Thanks. I love being here. Akash, I know why you would want to be out here in the Temecula Valley because it's so beautiful. Tell me what made you choose the Temecula Valley out of everywhere in California.
It wasn't so much me choosing it, it was kind of my parents and my family, and Temecula was very well spoken of back in the day. A lot of opportunity here and a lot of growth, and so my parents implanted a vision in us and we started looking for some kind of land and some opportunity out here, and it just so happened to be a vineyard.
So Akash, you know I've been here several times, enjoyed myself tremendously. What vibe are you going for here?
Really a contemporary type of lounge. Come sit down, hang out while we serve the wine to you and tell you about what's going on in our estate and our growth here.
I mean, it really is a fantastic place to come and hang out.
Thank you.
Plus, I really do like the artwork you have here.
Yeah, and that's done by your husband, Scott. Yeah, we like to display all of his art here to even create that type of vibe here to be a more modern with some really cool art to look at while you're enjoying your wine.
As well as the barrels.
Yeah,
this is Scott's first barrel that he painted for you,
exactly.
which has turned out
phenomenal.
To be just a beautiful piece. And you do have the outdoor seating area,
yeah,
which a lot of people love to hang out.
Yeah, you get to just kind of let the vineyard bask in and enjoy your wine. Don't have to get up. It's going to be served right to you, and just hang out and enjoy yourself here at our place. We don't want anybody to be unrelaxed.
And now you've become the destination with the wine tour buses, and you're becoming a little bit more known. You are the newest winery.
Yeah, we are one of the newest wineries. The best part about it is a lot of people want to come check us out and see what we're doing here that's a little bit different than everybody else.
Tell us a little bit about the varietals that you provide.
Great question. Everything is estate. We have 16 acres planted on our 20-acre vineyard. We grow Petit Syrah, Zinfandel, Cabernet Sauvignon, and then for our white wine, we make a Sauvignon Blanc.
Which is absolutely delicious.
Thank
and what
you.
About the rosé that you...
Yeah, we also make a rosé, and that is made from our Zinfandel. And this is actually the bottle here. I like to have a little bit fun with the bottles and also make great wine as well. A great gift to give to other people.
So, and can you tell me a little bit about what the plans are here?
Yeah, so we will have a tasting lounge as well as our production will be on site, and we do plan to break ground for a bed and breakfast and resort.
So you know we love to sell homes in the Temecula Valley. We're going to be showing one home, but I definitely will encourage everyone to come and check out your winery as the newest winery in the valley.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
No problem.
This is what I consider to be a very typical Temecula Valley home, except this home has been completely remodeled. The transformation is just incredible. The home began as a 1404 square foot home, and it is now 2540. The kitchen has been completely remodeled, all new flooring. The backyard transformation went from a moonscape to a beautiful garden. The kitchen has all new cabinets, updated appliances, all stainless steel, and it has just been transformed from a country farmhouse style to a modern design. The best part about this house is the backyard. You won't believe what they've done. All it took was a little imagination. So as you can see, this yard has been transformed from a barren landscape to this lush, beautiful entertainer's delight. There's a fire pit, there's views of the mountains beyond, absolutely gorgeous. There is a man cave over here, a hot tub, and so many different areas that you can just come and sit and relax with a cup of coffee or a glass of wine. Absolutely gorgeous. And the best part is you're only 3 miles away from the beautiful Akash Winery and the stunning Temecula Valley.
So man, you've broken down all the components of it. Can we see the end product?
If I could throw to it, you can see the end product.
Well, I host a show. That's kind of my job. But all right, man, you've done such a good job. Take it away.
All right, right now you're gonna watch a video that we did for the park in Bakersfield, one of the most luxurious properties in all of Southern California, and one of my favorite video projects I've ever been a part of. Check it out.
I wanna come over, I wanna go out. You ain't gotta ask me, you ain't gotta know how. I wanna get fancy, I wanna roll high. Let's get hot, darling, let's teach them right. I wanna come over, yeah, I wanna go out. Living like tomorrow, is out of mind right now. I wanna get fancy. Supply.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of The American Dream from Anguilla. This show has always been about real estate. It's been about lifestyle, but truthfully, it's about relationships. That's what The American Dream is all about. We're gonna go cheers now. Cheers to your American Dream.
The proceeding